Hey guys, Gemini the Gamer here. Today I'm going to be bringing you a guide on the Warden tank. All that's coming up in just a minute, and at the end of the video I'm going to be showing you gameplay where I actually use this build in a dungeon. So stick around. Starting off with the skills and animal companions, I'm using Blue Betty for my Magicka recovery, and for my passive abilities I'm using Savage Beast and Flourish. Going on down to the green balance, I am using Leeching Vines, Lotus Flower, and for the passives I'm using Accelerated Growth and Emerald Moss. And Winter's Embrace, I'm taking the ultimate ability Permafrost, Ice Fortress, Gripping Shards, Arctic Blast, Crystallized Shield, and for my passive abilities, I'm using Glacial Presence, Frozen Armor, and Piercing Cold. For the weapon skills, I'm using a Destruction Staff, I'm using Elemental Blockade, Weakness to Elements, and for my passive abilities, I'm using Trifocus, Penetrating Magic, Elemental Force, and Ancient Knowledge. So in this build, we're going to be using 2-piece light armor and 5-piece heavy armor. So we're just trying to max it all out. The passive abilities are Recovery, Evocation, Spell Warding, Prodigy, and Concentration for light armor. And for heavy armor, the passive abilities are Resolve, Constitution, Juggernaut, and Revitalize. I will be speccing into Rapid Mending as soon as I level it up more. Under the guild abilities, the only one I'm using is the Undaunted, and I'm using Inner Fire, which is a good long-range aggro. So last but not least is the Argonian passive abilities. Some of the best passive abilities you can have for tanking and healing. So I'm specced into Resourceful, Argonian Resistance, and Quick to Mend. So for our staffs, the magic damage we want to look for is Frost, mainly because of Trifocus, because fully charged Frost heavy attacks taunt the enemy for 15 seconds and grants you a shield that absorbs X amount of damage, not that much, but it's mainly the taunt that you want. For my main hand, it's Ice Staff of Sanctuary, and it's part of a set that I'm wearing. I'll get into that in a minute here. And for my backup, it's Ice Staff of the Tormentor, which is not part of a set, it's just a backup. So the set pieces that I'm using, it doesn't have to be exactly the same pieces that I have, just make sure you have 5 of them in whatever order. We'll start off with the Sanctuary set. 3 items add 4% healing taken, which is great. 4 items add maximum Magicka, and the 5 item bonus increase your healing received by 12% for you and up to 11 group members within 10 meters of you. So that is a big heal increase when you're in dungeons, and also it stacks with your Argonian passives. So you are getting a lot more than 12%. So for the Ember Shield set, for 2 items you get maximum health, 3 items maximum health, 4 items spell resistance, which is nice, and the big one, 5 items. It says when you deal damage with a fully charged heavy attack, you have a 50% chance to increase your spell resistance and deal 960 flame damage to all enemies within 5 meters of you every 1 second for 6 seconds. So you have a 50% chance. It procs more than you think, but it's a really nice AoE damage. So it also helps aggro everything to you. So in one of my rings I have the Sanctuary ring. It doesn't say that, but it is. So again, with the healing received by 12%, and the other one is the Ember Shield ring. So for my boon I took the Ritual, which stacks with the Argonian passives and also stacks with the Sanctuary set. And as for the skill points, we're going to be fully into Magicka. So for my front bar, I have Arctic Blast, Blockade of Frost, Gripping Shards, Leeching Vines, Inner Fire, and my ultimate, which is on both bards, is Permafrost. And on my back bar, I have Weakness to Elements, Lotus Flower, Ice Fortress, Blue Betty, Crystallized Shield, and again, Permafrost. So I hope this guide helped you if you're looking to play a tank class in Elder Scrolls Online. This is still a build that's improving and there'll be changes made to it, so you can pretty much play around and figure out which works best for you. Tanking's not for everybody, so if you find it hard or difficult, you know, I hope this guide helped you into figuring out what to do, or if you're doing something wrong, or if I'm doing something wrong, let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.